Everybody? It's your boys back from the graves. Bryce, Big Hoppa Hopwood, Ant Ventura with his newly found Saskatchewan Rough Riders hat. And joining us also, you may know him as Johnny Rambos online and many other names. But here he is just known as Graham. Graham is our American friend who said, you know what? Let's dive in. Let's find a CFL team. So we've been tasked with getting his team. Graham, say hi to the people.
What's up, Canadian people and American people and people all over the world that are tuning in the Canadian Football League this year?
That's true. Graham, I want my first question is do you know how to watch the CFL?
So I have YouTube TV, and there's a random channel that always pops up with CFL on. And years ago, we bet on the Edmonton Elks, not knowing they were the worst team in sports, and we live bet the shit out of them. And it became a running joke in our friend group that we were Edmonton Elks guys, but they're so bad, I just don't think I can commit to that bid.
So we'll see where we want to go because we have two options. We can go choose your own adventure and we can just give you information because you might be interested in the Elks this year because they're arguably loaded, but we'll see how that
And the
goes.
longest playoff drought in the league.
That also. Or you can just choose Ant to read the CFL team picker things from the website and you can let the fates decide. How do you want to choose?
I mean, can we do both and then just do an aggregate at the end? Like Edmonton Elks is my one right now, and then because I have a history with them. But if we could do both, I'd like to do both.
All
That's
right.
fair. The
That's
questions online will actually give you a top three, so that's perfect.
that is perfect. It'll help us preview everybody as well. And why don't you start running them through the process?
You want me to run through the questions first, or do you want to start going over the teams first?
No, let's get his
Baseline.
yeah, his
The
baseline
questions.
test. This is like the concussion thing. Did you guys have to do that like for sports in high school where you had to take like the concussion test
Yep.
and then
Baseline.
yeah.
No, the South does not believe in concussions.
That's fair.
That is true. All right, Graham, we got 10 questions here. Question one. What is your favorite color? It gives you four options: red,
Oh,
blue, yellow, and green.
I'll say blue because there's a lot of variations of blue.
Blue. Perfect.
That's a good pick.
I think having a favorite color as a grown man is a little off-putting, but that's a conversation for another day.
Look, it's just the CFL game zone. We don't control the questions here.
Fair.
Question two: where's your first stop on game day? One, to merch, to food, straight to the seat, or tailgating?
I mean, normally it's pretty straight to the seat.
Okay. Noted. Question three: it's game day. What are you wearing? A jersey, merch, painting myself in team colors, or none of the above?
Merch.
Merch. Noted. If you were in the CFL, what position would you play? QB, receiver, linebacker, or kicker?
As a former intramural champion quarterback, I'd have to go with quarterback.
Oh, congratulations.
I think you're too short to play.
Thank you. Well, we beat Hunter Renfro's brother's team, Cole Renfro. We skunked them by like 43. So, anyways, conversation for another day.
Sounds like the NBA playoffs.
More intense, some would say. But
A lot more white guys playing defense for sure.
yeah. There was now Clemson's a very diverse school. That's why I chose it. So,
Question five. I know you're going to have a lot of opinions about this. What's the best part of the CFL season? Kickoff, Labor Day weekend, which is rivalry weekend, Grey Cup playoffs, or all season long?
I'm gonna go kickoff just because there's usually nothing on when that happens. So I feel like it's kind of amplified.
That's true.
What are the odds you're only a June till August fan?
95-ish%.
We'll take 2 months of CFL, Graham.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I'll bet CFL with you guys. Like I rode with Hop. I was taking an Epsom salt bath last year, and I
Yes,
put a
sir.
CFL game on, and I think I bet it.
Yes, sir. We'll get that back. You prefer to watch a game at home or in the stadium?
Home.
Oh,
I think that's the right choice.
you like offense or defense?
Offense.
What's your favorite Canadian snack? Poutine, all dressed chips. I don't know how to say this. It looks like a candy bar. Nanamo bars or maple cookies.
I actually like the all dressed chips. Those are pretty good. Pretty good chips. I got some at Jersey Mike's recently.
Dude, Jersey Mike's, don't even get me started. That place is wildly underrated as a sandwich shop.
It is. It's cool. Jersey Mike's rocks.
This one also might be slanted to your life in the South. What's the perfect football weather? Sunny, snow, sweater weather, or rain?
I think sweater weather. I think when it's like a 60-degree day or a 60-degree morning, and I'm out like hanging out with my family before a Clemson game, those are kind of my best
Fair.
college game days on the TV.
You're right.
The last question. What activity or experience are you most excited to do in the Yukon? See the northern lights, paddle turquoise waters, soar above epic landscapes, or relax in the hot springs?
Is kissing a dude on there? Did you say that?
I did.
Okay, then let's go with that.
That's relax in the hot springs.
Okay, let's relax in the hot springs. I'm major. I do cryotherapy just about every day, so I'm on that wavelength. I'll do hot springs.
I'm assuming this is because of the hot springs answer, but your team is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
So he's a front runner.
He is a front runner, with 2 being the Ottawa Red Blacks and 3 is the Ticats. Actually, last on your list, 9 of 9, is your Edmonton Elks.
Well, that could probably blow them out of contention. I mean, aggregate score 1-9. It's gonna be tough to.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It is tough. So Winnipeg won the Grey Cup last year. Is that right?
No, they lost to Toronto.
They lost to Toronto, right?
They've
Nick
been to
Arbuckle.
the last 5 Grey Cups. They won the first 2, and they've lost 3 straight.
Because Chad Kelly had a season-ending injury last year, but his team still managed to win, right?
Yep,
He
that's
did.
Nick Arbuckle. Yep.
Look at that. See, he's not as rookie as you may think,
He
but
knows.
Sneaky fan.
they also just they drafted. I should have done. My brain is fried from today, but
Toronto or Winnipeg?
Winnipeg drafted is it Elgarsma?
Yeah, it's the quarterback.
But
I don't know how to say his name. I'm sure they'll say
Taylor.
one.
I think it's like Taylor Elgarsma, and he's in Packers camp right now. And then what's his name? The GOAT didn't he get suspended for a game?
Caleros, yeah, he tested, yeah, drugs.
So that'd be an interesting start for Winnipeg. So
Graham might like him. He's a drug guy. People
Well, as someone 3 years sober recovering, if I could help him on his journey, I would love to help him.
I think it's just Peds, which you are into, right?
I take a lot of creatine, and I've thought about TRT, but we haven't gotten that far yet.
You're not old enough for TRT yet.
Well, if I took the sweatshirt off, you would see how much muscle I've gained in the last 5 months since I quit playing NCAA. But we'll unpack that at a later time.
You
We're
might
not talk about NCAA here. Don't worry, Graham.
you might have to replace me as the host. I'd rather listen to you talk than be the subject of this episode at this point. All right. Do you want to start? I mean, W to the last letter. I think they're the last team alphabetically. Do we just want to start there? Coming off
First
of
alphabetical order it.
I don't know. Well, they're also your biggest rival, Ant. So I don't know. What do we want to do?
Yeah, I do hate them. I wish I could take them off the list for you, Graham, but you might pick them just for that reason.
Can I just pick the Tiger Cats and just go straight off vibes? Are they bad?
They suck. They're bad.
Well,
they're bad.
So the Ticats have the longest Grey Cup drought, which was since '99, since I was born.
I'm going to be honest. I thought you were going to say like the 40s or 50s. That doesn't like.
There's only 9 teams in the league, so
the second longest drought is like 09, I think, or 11.
Oh, so everybody kind of. I mean, this is like a everybody wins league, like an upward league.
everybody gets a shot. It rotates fast. There's a lot of roster turnover, so it's easy to rebuild quickly.
Okay, so they're the Tie Cats, not the Tiger Cats?
Hamilton, well, Tie Cats is short for Tiger Cats.
Tiger Cat's their official name. It's like the Rays and the Devil Rays.
Yeah.
You guys are hitting me with some CFL like y'all are luring me in, huh? Like
Yeah.
the lore, the Tie Cats. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, like a Thailand tiger.
Their quarterback had the most passing yards last year by like 1,000 yards over anybody else.
Yeah, everybody else was hurt or sucked.
He's like one of the leading passers of all time, but he's also old.
Yeah,
So,
Bo Levi Mitchell. Where did he's
There's a chance Chase Bryce gets traded there and becomes a starter, which is, I mean,
Zero.
Well, he's NFL starter quality, so I don't know what's the deal going on with Canada. Maybe it's just too cold for him, but
Dude, Chase Bryce, 22 of 29 career. I texted that assumption 2 nights ago to the group chat, and I was almost right. I was like I said, 22 of 26. He's 22 of 29. He's got like 4 touchdowns.
I mean, it's pretty good.
He's going to start this year.
Yeah, I do appreciate your love of Chase Bryce. So you like offense? Let's start there. I'm going to say this right now. I think Edmonton will end up with the best offense.
Okay.
Buddy.
The Edmonton Elks?
The Elks. Because they have great receivers and
Papa just loves their quarterback.
They have 2 great starting quarterbacks. One you won't like as much. One you'll like because he's an accurate passer.
All right. Let me do some.
I have a take on the best offense argument.
Okay, go ahead. That'll give me a second to step out.
Ottawa. They had a really bad second half or first half last year. Then they picked it up. They got a new quarterback. They got a lot of good receivers. They got Justin Hardy, who played for the Falcons. If you remember him on the Falcons.
East Carolina guy.
Yeah. And then their running back was one of the best. He's probably the second best running back in the league, William Stanback. They're good. They're good. They might have the best offense. Their defense is terrible, so all their games are high scoring. But their offense is very, very good.
Drew Brown is sick. Are you still on Ottawa?
Yeah, I was talking to him about Justin Hardy, Stanback, Drew Brown.
Yeah, that's a good spot. The defense, yeah, they lost your boy Damon Webb, by the way.
They did. Damon Webb, my goat.
Who is the best player in the if you're like, here's the face of the CFL, he's the guy. Who is that?
Probably Vag. Vernon Adams Jr. That's a name you might know.
I do know, yeah, Oregon I believe he's Oregon from Eastern Kentucky.
Something like that.
Sure. Yeah, you're
right. It might be Brady Oliveira.
But
he's Canadian, so I doubt you'd know him or have any connection to him. For you, it's probably Vernon.
So is Vernon Adams that good in the CFL?
He's fucking sick.
He's good.
Well, who does he play for?
Now, so he got traded from BC because Curtis Rourke, who just played in Indiana, his brother Nathan, older brother.
Ohio, Bobcat.
Ohio. So Nathan in 2022 was the most outstanding player in the league. He threw for like a bazillion yards, bunch of touchdowns. He won the most. They have MOP to our normal MVP. So he won MOP in 22 and then was like the Pats and the Jags and didn't make it. So he came back to BC because they had his rights. And so then BC traded Vernon Adams because I believe he was the highest paid player in the league.
He came back in the middle of last season when Vernon was like arguably the most outstanding player favorite. He came back to their team and they traded Vernon. They started Rourke. They got rid of Vernon in the middle of the season.
I got to be honest. That's like that kind of makes me want to be a Calgary guy. You trade your guy in the middle of the season?
Calgary.
Well, it was the trade was in the offseason, but they deferred to Nathan.
So basically, and I'm not going to say this, that's racist. So I'm going to side on the side of the Calgary Stampeders who took a chance.
So also, what I'll Calgary's running back, me and Hop were just talking about this. Their running back new this year, Eno Benjamin from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
In Arizona State.
Arizona
Who?
State, yeah.
Well, and the other guy. I don't. Isn't there another number one? Who did I put down on that sheet? I don't have it in front of
Dedrick
me.
Mills. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's good
Dedrick
too.
Mills. He's a classic bruiser too. He's pretty good. He's a
He's
good
real
watch.
good. They got two good receivers, Philpott and Bedgelton.
But so yeah, Reggie Bagleton was a Packer for like 3 weeks, and then he's back in the CFL. But that's about it. They got rid of their two best linebackers they couldn't keep. There's a lot of tumultuous stuff happening with Calgary. They basically brought in Vernon Adams and said, "Fix us."
I think they're
I don't
going to be
like
the worst
that.
team in the league.
But they're the
They
worst
might.
team
They're
in the
probably
league.
going to be the worst team in the league.
They
But
have
they
the
have a
worst
sick-
roster. It's just can Vernon carry them?
Yeah,
but they're
the
bad.
D line is sick. I will give them that.
Yeah, but do they need a good D line? I mean, if they have Vernon if they have PJ Walker too.
Yeah.
Browns
They do.
legend, PJ Walker beat the 49ers. People forget.
I don't know, man. I think Benjamin.
You're going to be a Stamps fan, really?
I know you're a badge guy. Your history says so.
I've always been one, and proving so because I'm having a baby next Sunday. So
Holy, already?
yeah, we're getting induced early.
Induced. There you go.
Eternity leave to watch CFL opening weekend.
No, well, so when does CFL start? June 6th?
5th is the next Thursday.
Wow, we got kickoff. So what's my boy Vernon Adams gonna do? Ooh, God, Vernon Adams is 32.
Yeah. Look up Jeremiah Masoli, too. That one caught me off guard last year.
I'm gonna put a just hold real quick on Vernon Adams being 32 is a little bit of a surprise. I feel like he played in Oregon like 4 years ago.
He did not.
He's old.
Even Justin Herbert's like 7 years out now.
I think a lot of the quarterbacks are really old. Caleros is really old. Trevor Harris is really old. Bo Levi really old.
So okay, here's where I'll segue to my team. I'm a Montreal Alouettes.
Ugh.
And so we just traded Cody Fajardo, one of the most accurate passers in history, to Edmonton to give this kid Davis Alexander out of Portland State a shot. The kid has a lot of heart, I'll tell you that.
We had him on the pod last year. He's a sick dude.
Yeah, I think Davis was your kind of quarterback.
You would like Davis.
He shorter white guy who will run and try to run over dudes.
Okay. I mean,
They have the best defense in the league. They're awesome.
I'm a little worried about the defense, but we can get to that.
They're good.
We lost Reggie Stubblefield, which I don't love, but probably the best linebacking core.
all right, can I just do a trivia question for you guys real quick?
Yeah.
Who did Zach Caleras take over for in college?
At Cincinnati, I have no
Cincinnati?
clue.
Oh no! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!
Caleras comes in.
It wasn't Kelsey, was it?
No.
They were roommates.
Nope.
I don't know who it was.
Tony Pike.
Who?
Tony Pike and Marty.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Tony P.
Yep. Caleras comes in, takes over. Caleras was a beast in college, man.
He's a beast in the CFL.
Yeah, but I'm looking at a picture of him. Like, why is there something in Canada that ages guys more? Like, what the shit, man? He says he's 36. He looks 55.
That's Canada.
He's just going the speed limit.
Good Lord.
They're all old, dude. They're all old.
For the most part.
Like, how do people matriculate to the like? Is it hard to keep guys in the CFL if there's like NFL interest or like?
No.
I think it is. They, like you said, a Joe. It's on the Colts now. He's not going to play a snap for the Colts all year, and he tore up the CFL last year, but he's in the NFL. I think it is tough.
Yeah, but there's a lot of guys that like had. There was a list of that I saw of like 20 guys who had NFL workouts, and I think like 3 of them are signed and not on their.
I think it's also an age thing. I think once they hit like 27 or 28, they'll stay in the CFL the next decade. I think there's a lot of turnover for the young guys, but once they're back, like Rourke tried the NFL, he came back. I think he'll stay in the CFL now for his career.
Did his brother get drafted anywhere?
He did. I don't think he got drafted. I think he was a UDFA,
Gotcha.
but
So,
he's somewhere. He'll be in
okay,
the CFL in 2 years.
did they like cancel the CFL award? No, never mind. Damn,
No.
Chad Kelly won a couple times.
Yeah, Chad Kelly's been awesome. He was really good. Uh, 2 years ago, they won 16 games. It's the best record of all time. And then in the first round of the playoffs, he threw like 7 picks and they got bounced.
I remember that happening because people were like, would not shut up about his shit on Twitter. They're
Yeah.
like, dude, he still is a head case.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could have told you that. Whoa, Doug Flutie won the MVP 6 times.
Yeah, Doug Flutie's best player in CFL history.
Holy cow.
Dude, it's a cool league.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. Like, literally, man, we were bored one time. We started gambling on it. We had been out all day. And at that point, we all just, it kind of became a joke. But I would rather watch the CFL than the UFL all day.
Yeah, the UFL stinks.
Yeah, it's just not fun. Like, I keep watching it. It's like they're trying to make the coverage better. Like, they're trying to be quirky about it. But it's like, it just doesn't work.
No.
It's background music.
Yeah. The CFL is much better. I've tried that. I tried the XFL when they got back up. The US, all of them. This is the only one that's actually different.
Okay, but can you please tell me why what's the head start on the routes?
Yeah, it's called the waggle. How they can run towards the line. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
You could RPO people to death with the CFL playbook, Graham. You would RPO me into oblivion. You scored 150 on me.
Yeah,
in the CFL video game.
I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so we have the 2025 MOP odds, which is I'm very excited about. All right. So now I get that. You can just kind of head start, whatever. Like you're good. You can just kind of keep running.
Yep.
What about the punts and the kicks that are like 2 and 1 points?
Yeah. No. Well, there's no two. If you punt or kick like a field goal, even if you miss out of the back of the end zone, you get 1 point. But then the ball gets placed at like the 40. I forget if it's the 40 or the 35, but it's way out there. So you're giving up field position for 1 point.
Oh, God, I don't know if that's worth it.
And the only time I hate it is, you'll probably remember last year, a team won. It was tied at the end, and they missed the field goal, but it went out the back of the end zone, so they won by 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I hate that. I like it for punts and stuff. I hate it for missed field goals, but
yeah, the missed field goal thing is kind of crazy, especially if it's a tie game like that. Yeah. Okay, so odds to win MVP.
Oliveira.
Nathan Rourke plus 700.
Yeah.
Bo Levi Mitchell plus 800. Davis Alexander plus 1,000. And then Drew Brown 11-1. Who is Drew Brown?
Drew Brown's a quarterback of Ottawa. He had a really good second half last year. He's young. He's good. I like them a lot. That's the team I said would have the best offense in the league.
Okay, hold on. So this guy looks like an absolute, like he looks like he's on an episode of Landman or Yellowstone.
Drew Brown?
Yeah, dude. He went to Okie State in Hawaii.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of like this guy.
He's good, dude. He's really good.
Is there like more places to find the odds for that? Like I'm only seeing one odd sheet for.
I just Googled them. Yeah, there's not really anywhere. Let me see if I can pull them up on FanDuel. I don't know if they'll have them.
So Brady Oliveira he won last year?
Brady Oliveira won last year.
Damn, Chad Kelly's actually the favorite according to this website here.
This has it. Yeah, Chad Kelly plus 440. Rourke, Mitchell, Caleros, Alexander, Drew Brown. Passing yardage leader, Bo Levi Mitchell's the favorite. Drew Brown second. Vernon Adams third. They got receiving leader, rushing leader, and then the winners of each division.
Where did you find that out, Anthony?
FanDuel.
Let me go to FanDuel real quick. CFL.
The East Division odds go Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Hamilton. And the West is Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, BC, Edmonton, Calgary.
CFL. Why is it only giving me preseason matchups?
Scroll down.
CFL odds. Come on, man. Here we go. All right. Coleros. Receiving yards. Here we go. All right, regular season. Who is Tyson Philpott?
He's a wide receiver.
For who?
Let me just search. Control. That's his brother. He's from Montreal, so he's with Davis Alexander. He's really good. That's Hop's team. Also, their number 2 wide receiver. Do you remember Austin Mack from Ohio State?
Yeah.
He's their number 2 receiver.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're good.
Shit. Okay, hold on. I'm trying. Here's how I think I'm gonna make my final decision. Whoever has the most odds of the top 3 in like passing, rushing, like passing leader, receiving leader, and rushing leader. Like I want to go with the team who has the most players in the top 5 of like.
I got you. So the top 5 for passing yards is Hamilton, Ottawa, Calgary, BC, and Saskatchewan.
All right.
Receiving is Montreal, BC, Calgary. I don't know where he plays. Bedgelton, and then
Calgary.
Ottawa. Yes. So Philpott, McInnes, Pimpleton, Bedgelton, Hardy. And then rushing is Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Toronto, Hamilton.
Damn, wait, who does Kadeem Carey play for?
Toronto. He's
Oh,
good.
shit.
He was good last year.
Wait, who's BC's running back?
And back left.
Yep.
Let me pull up the chart.
Let's see the chart.
James Butler.
He's sick.
Hamilton.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So James Butler is 5th on rushing like odds.
Yep.
Seems like Brady Oliveira is going to win that though for sure at plus 148 unless he gets hurt. Who is the number 1 receiver on BC?
Justin McInnes.
Yeah.
He's number 2 for receiving yards leader.
Okay. Hold on.
And then Rourke is 4th for passing yards leader.
And played half the season.
Yeah. He's
They do have. They also have a sick Christian Covington.
Yep.
Just came from the NFL. Sione Tiuhema is like I think is the scariest defensive player in the league just on looks alone.
What about where does Sean Oakman play now?
He's in Montreal with your boy.
I kind of feel good about BC.
BC.
They do have a good black and orange is a good color scheme. You're an orange guy, noted. Clemson.
Ryan Reynolds' team.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds is a BC guy?
Yeah, he's from BC. Yeah, he's from Vancouver.
Okay. So, and then they also have Chase Bryce.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do have Chase Bryce.
I do love it. You're such a big Chase Bryce guy.
He'll probably get some touches this year, some rushing touchdowns.
Here's my thing that people need to understand about Chase Bryce. Yes, did he not play a lot at Clemson? Correct. When Trevor went out against Syracuse, when he took an illegal shot at midfield, Chase came in and did nothing besides throw up a couple of junk balls. Hunter Renfrow, beautiful catch, and then Travis Etienne. I mean, just like 250 rushing yards, I think, that game. And that's the reason we played the national championship. And still that was 2018 Clemson team, best college football team of all time.
Okay. No, but
yeah,
the 44-16 win was impressive, but
just keep shaking your heads, yes. And then when Clemson wins again this year, not to
there was a better team the year after, Graham. The next year there was a better team. The next 2 years there were better teams.
False. Trevor had a back injury. That's why he kept overthrowing passes. Otherwise, he would have smoked LSU.
Stop.
He had a bad back, so he was throwing it longer than he needed to.
Yeah, because he's such a tall freak athlete. So, like, he was having spasms where it's like, he's like, oh, and it was just going a little bit further. So
I'm definitely waiting on the Trevor Lawrence cheating on his wife allegations, and then people are going to go back to the kneeling engagement picture and be like, it was a fake the whole time.
No, Trevor is good people, dude. He's like a good Christian. Like,
Yeah.
Let's. I mean, his wife. You know what? If people said, for a first round pick, first overall pick, multi-millionaire, he might be able to do better. I would never say that. People did say that. And, if you think about it, he's a pretty loyal guy. Place to get BC Lions gear.
Their
Probably just their
website.
website.
All right. What about eBay for some vintage gear, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy we found. There's like oh, dude, I should have saved that website. You remember that website that did like the custom like mini helmets?
Yeah.
They have a good, BC has a good like white mini helmet replica
That's
that was
true.
like $50.
That's hype. Okay. Whoa. What about this one's? Oh, it's a youth. Western Champions 94. It's the year I was born.
Oh, dude. Oh, I didn't wear it, but I have a 94 Grey Cup with the BC logo. And what is it, the Colt? Or is it Birmingham Stallions?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shirt.
Okay. Well, I just would
B
like you to know that I
BC won
chose
the Grey Cup in '94. If you need another hint, that's your team.
that actually does make me.
Oh, is there anything we could do? Graham does like
BC.
conspiracy. So can we do like a 25? Like, is there anything with like this year's Grey Cup?
I don't know.
So where is it? Is it in Hamilton? Is that right?
This was the first championship game in professional football history to feature a United States versus Canada matchup. BC
Wow.
BC beat Baltimore.
Baltimore Stallions.
In
Baltimore FC
94?
and the
Yeah.
in 26 to 23 in the 1994 Grey Cup.
Why was Baltimore playing in the Grey Cup?
Well, there was a bunch of American teams back in the 90s.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, and these logos were. Oh, might get me in hot water with the CFL community. These logos were way better. There was like there's the expansion in the early '90s. There was like 6 teams. It was Vegas. Wasn't it like
So
Sacramento?
I got the list pulled up. They got the
Yeah.
Baltimore FC, Baltimore Stallions, the Birmingham Barracudas,
Barracudas. That's a sick logo.
Las Vegas Posse,
Yep.
Sacramento Gold Miners,
Yeah.
San Antonio Texans, and the Shreveport Pirates.
Graham, you would have loved the gold miners because I heard you got picking your nose a lot.
Yeah.
Got him.
I had a euro. I think there actually might be some tzatziki up there. So on a closing note, I'll let you guys do your preview, but I do think after all of that, McInnes, I like this video shot of McInnes.
He's good, dude.
Dude, he's a motherfucker.
He's my
And
pick to lead the league in receiving yards.
him, Javon Catoy, our boy Aiden Eberhart, who left me out.
Yeah, we had him on the pod. He's a good guy. We'll get you.
He's a good kid from Wyoming. He caught passes no, he didn't catch passes from Josh. He was a freshman in Allen's last year at Wyoming.
Wait, y'all actually are getting like big time CFL players on the pod?
Dude, we had a CFL Hall of Famer on the pod last year.
Big time.
The CFL's like Chris Collinsworth. We had Farhan Lalji on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fire. Okay, yeah, I love that. Oh, whoa, BC Lions 6-time Grey Cup. Hold on, can I turn my camera around? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, that's sick.
That hits.
6-time Grey Cup.
That's hit. That hits.
When was the last time? And can you look up for me when the last time they won it was, BC?
Yep.
I'm still trying to do like 2025 or like 112. Was it 112 or 13 this
So
year?
the BC Lions have made the playoffs every year except outside of 2019. They've made the playoffs like every year. The last time they even went to the Grey Cup was 2011 and they won it.
BC?
2011.
Yeah.
So they haven't been to the Grey Cup in a minute.
It's been a while.
Right.
Wow. So this is like potentially it's a good time to hop on. I mean, they've got to break that drought.
It's a good time to hop on.
14 years, roughly.
Okay.
If you want, I mean, if you have stuff to do, you don't have to hang on, but you don't have to hang out. If you want, we could go through. They do the CFL. The Game Zone has 10 preseason questions. You could hear Ant and I go back and forth and come to a final decision at the end if you like.
I have to leave.
Oh, wait, how long?
It's 5:25 already.
Oh, shit. My bad. Oh,
We're
I
good.
forgot. You said CST, I thought. Dang it.
No, EST. Sorry.
No problem. Okay.
If you want to run through them with Graham, feel free. I can record my part next week. That's up to you guys.
Oh, let's just do it next week. We can all
Okay.
get out of here. I want to go swing a golf club before I got to go.
Sounds
too.
good. Graham, thanks
Well,
for coming on.
Wait,
Thanks,
so
guys, for
BC, is it official?
Yeah, BC is the pick. BC is official. I'm a BC Lions fan.